The 4A final has two teams that have state championship experience. A year ago, Roncalli claimed their 5th title with a thrilling come-from-behind win. Last year's hero, Tim Sergi, leads the Rebels back to the Dome again. East Noble's first title came in 2000, and the top-ranked Knights come riding into the Dome looking for another crown. It's Roncalli versus East Noble in the 4A state championship game.
It's state finals Saturday in Indianapolis at the RCA Dome. The 4A state championship today. Top-ranked East Noble, 14-0 on the year, meets defending state champion, the Roncalli Rebels. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the press box here at the RCA Dome. Chris Tenary and Barry Krause getting you ready for a great 4A matchup. East Noble won the state title in 2000. Roncalli is the defending champs, and both of these teams have some outstanding players. Barry, let's talk about East Noble.
All right, let's go with the quarterback, number 4. He's the guy that's going to orchestrate this offense. Jeff Wedding, 6'3", 200 pounds, completed over 114 passes for 1,821 yards. 1 interception and 15 touchdowns. Defensively, number 41, Nate Castilny, is the linebacker. He's a senior, 6'1", 190 pounds, leading tackler with over 121 tackles, 16 for losses, and 2 interceptions on the year. Roncalli on the other side, let me see. Oh, keys to the game. Stop Sergi. He's the guy that's going to be the great running back there, and they got to stop him. He's got a power running game. Field position is critical in any game, especially in the state playoff game. And grab the momentum. They got to seize that opportunity and keep it and use it all the way through the game. On Roncalli's side of the ball, offensively, number 21, Tim Sergi. We talked about him, only a junior. He's a tailback, 332 carries, over 2,000 yards rushing the ball, 24 touchdowns, and he's also the leading receiver with 15 receptions for 271 yards. Defensively, number 53, Billy Cobb, is the junior linebacker, leading tackler with 121 tackles, 13 for losses, and 1 interception on the year. Roncalli's keys to the game: control the ball. Obviously, you don't want the ball in the other offense's hands. Keep Knights offense off the field, just what we're talking about, and especially the 1/3 part of the game of football is special teams, and you can win big games with good special teams play.
All right, Barry, both talented teams. Roncalli started the year 0-3. East Noble was not ranked in the preseason, so these teams looking for a state title. East Noble won it in 2000. Roncalli won it a year ago, and they'll battle today for the 4A state championship. Chris Tenary and Barry Krause. When we come back, we'll get you set for the 4A state championship on the LaCie Sports IHSAA television network. A wonderful day of high school football. Championship Saturday, 4A state championship, East Noble and Roncalli. Chris Tenary and Barry Krause, the third member of our telecast team. He's down on the sidelines. And looking at today's Road to the Dome, here's John Fox. John?
Thanks a lot, Chris. The Road to the Dome brought to you by Hanover College.
East Noble survived a scare on Halloween night, edging Wawasee 38-36. But the Knights were able to regroup in the semi-state, beating Fort Wayne Dwenger to reach the RCA Dome.
It's a football game. Our kids that are on our team right now were not a part of our state championship year in 2000. And so, but a lot of our coaching staff was around, and we're able to draw on that experience and understand a little better about how to prepare a team for playing in the state championship atmosphere and playing indoors again. And if it does anything for our kids, it maybe comforts them a little to know that we're not all in this for the first time.
Roncalli had a pair of close calls on the road to the Dome. The Rebels beat Zionsville by a field goal in the sectional final. Roncalli reached the Dome with a 30-29 overtime thriller at East Central.
I think so. Anytime that a team wins a state championship, I think you automatically become a target for, there's something a little special, I guess, for any team to knock off previous year's state champ. And in that regard, yeah, I think you do kind of have bullseye on the chest.
Bruce Cypress talking about his Roncalli Rebels, 10-4 a year ago, beat Fort Wayne Dwenger to win the 4A state title. Fort Wayne Dwenger has had a lot to say in the last couple of years because East Noble just 5-5 a year ago, Barry. They lost to Fort Wayne Dwenger in the sectional, and then to get here to the RCA Dome, a big semi-state win by East Noble last week, 42-28 over Dwenger.
Both of these teams obviously have battled throughout the year, and they've had some challenges, but they've been able to get here, and it's all about the off-season workout. It's all about commitment, and it's all come down to this moment, and that's what's so exciting about the state playoffs.
And you talk about Chris Depew. You heard about his comments. East Noble's 14-0. They won the state title in 2000. Tim Abel was the head coach, came down here to the Indianapolis area, became the head coach at Decatur Central, and then East Noble was forced to rebuild. They lost 19 of 22 starters, went 1-9 in 2001, and they're all the way back this year unbeaten here at the Dome.
That's incredible, but also you got to think about Chris Depew obviously was the offensive coordinator with that state championship game. That team back in 2000. So basically they're running the same type of an offense. So you're going to see different personnel, but basically the same kind of formation, same kind of plays.
Well, when you talk about Roncalli, they're a team that really wants to run the football. You heard about Tim Sergi, 6.9 yards per carry, well over 2,000 yards this year. Last year as a sophomore, came into the state championship game when their leading rusher Marcus Nally was injured. In that one, Roncalli trailed Fort Wayne Dwenger 21-10. And Sergi really keyed the fourth quarter in the come-from-behind win for the Roncalli Rebels. Roncalli will be in the dark uniforms, the red with the blue pants. East Noble is the visiting team. They are in the white and the blue pants. They'll be kicking off, and it will be John Bowen doing the honors for East Noble, a junior, 6 foot 150. And he'll get this one underway. 4A state title game here at the RCA Dome. And it's a very short kick. It will be taken by Roncalli at the 30. And they'll have good field position. And picked off there by Bill Perry, a 6'2 sophomore, caught that kickoff. Our kickoff is sponsored by St. Francis Hospital, and Roncalli, Barry, will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 31.
That's right, and this offense opens up with averaging 26 points per game. They like to run the ball, averaging 267 yards on the ground, overall 325 yards, and this is a power running team. Just like you said, they love to run the ball.
Senior quarterback in Chris Schmaltz, and the pitch goes to Sergi. He's on the outside, and he'll knife his way all the way to the 40-yard line, very nearly a first down for Roncalli.
And this Knights defense knows that this type of football is outside the tackles for this offense. There's a good look at the offensive lineup for Roncalli. Good football team. They're solid. Sergi, Marshall, Evans, Clifton. Good look at
very good offensive line up front. They've done a nice job.
They do a really good job opening up holes. They sustain their blocks and get the job done.
Sergi will come this time the other way, and he'll be tackled by a couple of players, and one of those is Nate Castilny, leading tackler for East Noble. There you see the defensive lineup.
There you go, Schneider, Rhodes, Castilny. He's the one that we talked about. He's the leading tackler and also basically the quarterback defensively. He'll get all the signals and make sure all the defense is on the same page. They're only giving up 12 points per game, and they do a really good job overall. Only 213 yards they're yielding total offense.
1st and 10 for Roncalli at their own 42-yard line. Sergi is the workhorse, goes off tackle left side, out near midfield. Tripped over his own offensive lineman there. Near midfield at the 49-yard line. Roncalli with the football. They have the first possession of the game. Let's take a look at the replay, Barry.
This is what you're going to see, a lot of different formation, a lot of different running situations. Look at the blocking out in front. Great job. And really, Sergi doesn't need too much, but give him a little bit of daylight, he'll make that cut.
He averages 164 yards per game. Roncalli as a team, almost 268 yards. Sergi has it again. This off the right side, but good pursuit there by East Noble's defense. And out of the secondary, Chad Peterman came up from a cornerback position to make the initial hit.
And also Wedding, actually the quarterback, believe it or not, number 4, he does a good job. Now, what's important is they come upfield. They like to run off tackle. So you got to get a contained man upfield and turn the play back in. You got to get physical up front. They did a good job of doing that, and then makes the running back cut back inside. 3rd and short now for Roncalli. The ball is at midfield. First possession of the game for the Rebels. Man in motion to the near side. Looked like there might have been movement. Now Sergi gets to the outside. He has the first down. He's knocked out of bounds. Cody Schneider was there, but the Roncalli Rebels with a big 3rd down run to the outside by junior tailback Tim Sergi. And Sergi did a lot by himself on this play. It was designed to go outside, yes, but he hesitated and made that corner who really supported well. They did a great job at the point. Now watch this. You're going to see this. Great job right at the point. Now watch. He'll hesitate. There it is. That little bit of a hesitation gets him around that corner, around the support guy, gets him upfield and gets that first down. Sergi already has 5 carries for 28 yards. Father is Frank Sergi, who was at one point the head football coach at Lawrence Central. And years ago, the head coach of the Roncalli Rebels, Bruce Cypress, was Frank Sergi's assistant. 7 years at Lawrence Central. Pitch again goes to Sergi. He's inside the 40. Castilny there to make the initial stop for East Noble. Castilny has to make the plays. Number 41, linebacker. Got to smell those plays out. Hit up in there. They run basically a 4-4 type of defense. Got 4 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers. They'll bring the safety up and really get about 9 guys in the box, as many as they can, because they know it's going to be a run. And they rather defend that and basically get upfield and make the plays. Zach Kidwell is the fullback in front of Sergi, leads it through. Sergi cuts it back up, and he's across the 35, inside the 35 to about the 33. Leo Rossman, junior linebacker for East Noble, made the tackle. It'll be 3rd and short for Roncalli. And you see a great drive. East Noble's defense is doing a great job at the point, but they're not getting off the blocks, and Sergi is just moving around. He's maneuvering. Look at the way he hesitates there. He's waiting for the opening, the gap, and then he accelerates through it. Spot the football officially at the East Noble 34-yard line. I formation behind Schmaltz. Sergi again. And he's into the open field. He's down the sideline. He's at the 10. And touchdown, Tim Sergi. And Roncalli has the first points in the 4A state championship game. Tim Sergi gives Roncalli a 6-0 lead. Well, we knew it was going to be a slugfest, going to be physical, and they were going to run the ball. There's no question about it. They're not going to sugarcoat anything. Basically, they're going to run at you, and they're an outside running game. And you'll see number 33, Marshall, does a key block on the contained man. He just splits the inside from the contained man and takes it down the sideline with an extra block, and really just takes it open hand. It doesn't have the ball and pushes off the last tackle and gets in the end zone. Kevin Trulock is on to add the point after touchdown for the Rebels. 47 successful PATs this year. The spot is down. The kick is up, and it's good. And Roncalli takes the first possession of the game, marches for a touchdown behind Tim Sergi. It's Roncalli 7, East Noble nothing on the LaCie Sports IHSAA television network. And
13 carries, 83 yards all last week against East Central Barry as you recap the drive.
That's right, 8 plays, 69 yards, and they did a great job with the opening series, and it's so critical to create that momentum and also create that rhythm offensively. And when you can establish a running game with that young man right there, he just was very smooth. He's only a junior. We're going to talk about him a lot tonight because he's a kid that really has a lot of maturity, waiting for those blockers and looking for those holes, and he just takes that opening and takes it in and takes the lead. So good job.
26th touchdown of the year for Sergi. Scored the game-winning touchdown a year ago to give Roncalli the state championship. Trulock's kick is a short one. It'll bounce inside the 10. East Noble will have it. It's taken by Cody Schneider, and he is wrapped up by a host of Roncalli Rebels inside the 20. And that's where East Noble will have the football. 1st and 10 with their first possession of the game.
Here's your offensive starters. Wedding, which we talked about. He's the quarterback, doing a great job, completing 60% of his passes. Munden, Castilny, Rhodes, Wirt. Munden, we're going to talk about him. He's got another brother on the team. And that's a pretty good offense. This is a team that can averages 400 yards in total offense, 36 points on the board.
Man in motion is Eric Rhodes to the far side of the field. First back through is Munden. He's near the 20-yard line. Tackle is made there by Bill Perry for Roncalli. This is an East Noble team. As we look at the Roncalli defense, it will mix it up a little bit more than Roncalli will offensively.
That's right. Here's your starters. Basically good defense. So they're going to be basically running a 4-4 defense. They've given up about 12 points per game and very little offensively, 179 total yards. So good defense, really physical up front.
Castilny in motion here to the near side. Quick pass out into the flat. Eric Rhodes has it across the 30, and he's knocked out of bounds. First down for East Noble. Jason Werner made the stop. Eric Rhodes, as a freshman, was a quarterback, and he and Jeff Wedding went to a camp their freshman year in high school, and the coaches convinced Eric Rhodes to move to a receiver position, and I think a pretty smart move. He's had a great year.
Great decision. You got 2 wide receivers. They do a great job. The key right there is those wide receivers blocking the corner and the safety. Receiver catches the ball, takes it upfield, and makes it look easy. But great job with a second and long, basically second and long situation.
53rd catch of the year for Rhodes. He's in motion now. Wedding, the senior quarterback, gives the ball to Munden. Munden is wrapped up there. He's near the 42-yard line. Billy Perry was there. Billy Cobb also. A host of Roncalli tacklers there. Sports Center is Elkhart County's newest center for sports. They've got an indoor soccer field, 2 hardwood basketball courts, and a large indoor baseball area. Check them out at www.elkhartsportscenter.com.
This defense for Roncalli basically only giving up 100 yards on the ground during games, and what they do is they attack the ball. They get upfield and make plays behind the line of scrimmage.
Rhodes again in motion. Wedding, play action, throws it out to Castilny, dropped it at midfield. Good rollout there by Wedding. Castilny would have had enough for a first down there. Now it will set up a 3rd and long for East Noble.
And I like that play. That was pretty neat. He gets to the perimeter. Wedding, watch this. It looks like a running play all the way, and Castilny slips out of the backfield, and he's open. Just really nice touch right there, but he just doesn't come up with the ball. I think he kind of heard that safety coming up and was about to lay wood to him. I'll tell you this, but it was good play, good mix-up, and that's what you got to do against this Roncalli defense, is kind of mix it up between run and pass and try to get a balanced offense.
3rd and 8 for East Noble. Their first possession of the game. They trail 7-0 to Roncalli. Wedding drops back. Pressure. Gets the pass away to Castilny. He's near midfield, and it will be very close to the first down marker. This time Castilny catches it, and he was knocked down by Billy Cobb. And let's see.
Hey, that's a great job.
4th and inches.
That's a great job of mixing it up. You got this, basically, watch this, the screen. See how it's set up? Now watch number 67, Hernandez, getting a key block. Watch 67 right in front. right there. He makes the key block. He gets downfield. Now it's just a matter of just diving for that first down marker, and he just comes up a little short.
Well, a big play here early in the first quarter. East Noble has 4th and 1. The ball at midfield. Trying to keep this drive alive. Roncalli earlier converted a couple of big third downs. And Munden easily has the first down inside Roncalli territory. And the Knights will continue first down at about the Roncalli 47.
Well, you were talking about Roncalli converting on third downs. They did it twice, okay? Offensively, you don't want to put yourself in those 4th and 1s too many times because you want to be able to convert on third downs and basically keep the drive moving, keep that rhythm. And really what's critical, again, we talked about it, is creating rhythm on the opening drive for this offense.
Slot to the right side. Castilny is now in motion. Wedding will pitch the ball to Munden, left side. Gets to the outside, near the 45-yard line. And the tackle is made by Matt Cothran. Second down. Ball spotted inside the Roncalli 45, near the 44. That's where East Noble will have it.
Talking Bruce Cyphers before the game, the head coach at Roncalli, and he was just talking about his defense, and he says they're not as big as this football team that they're playing right here, but they're very quick, and they get to the ball and they play good fundamentals, as you could see on that last play.
8th play of the drive for East Noble. Wedding runs the option, has some running room, got inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line, and David English, 5'8" senior linebacker for Roncalli, 64 tackles on the year, 10 for loss. And we have a timeout. They'll measure.
Good look at Wedding taking it down. That's just the option. He has the challenge of either handing the ball off or taking the ball down the line of scrimmage, and either optioning or taking it up the field, and he takes it up the field and gets the first.
East Noble gets the first down. So 2 good drives to start the game. First by Roncalli. 8 plays, 69 yards. Tim Sergi scoring from 34 yards out. That's why Roncalli has a 7-0 lead. East Noble has the ball, Roncalli territory. Wedding drops, looks over the middle, and the pass is dropped. Good defense there by Roncalli, and that is Brad Stevenson, who wrapped up the receiver, Adam Talby, and knocked the ball away.
Wedding did a great job in the pocket. He set up 7-step drop. Now watch this. Now when he moves up, now watch this. Now he's making him think he's going to run. The free safety actually freezes to the right side, so he's not even a factor in this. And now it's one-on-one with the corner, and the ball was there. Wide receiver just didn't come up with it.
And Brad Stevenson just at 5'10", with his left hand poked that away from Talby. 2nd and 10 now for East Noble. Inside handoff. Castilny has some running room still on his feet. Ball was knocked away, but the officials will blow it dead out at the 31-yard line. And it will be 3rd and short now for East Noble. Ground can't cause a fumble.
That's right. Number 88, Talby, is a big guy. 6'5", 220-pound tight end. He's number 88. Now, let me tell you this, offensively, big target, and they like to run the ball and then set it up with a play-action pass and hit that big tight end. Here's another look at really just a counter play. Front side guard and tackle blocked down, and it's just a matter of getting upfield, hitting the hole, and that's what he does. And he does a great job of getting upfield and getting those positive yards.
Bill Perry there made the first down saving tackle. 3rd down, 4 for East Noble. Wedding will run the option, nowhere to go. Over there to make the stop, Kyle Page, number 97 for Indianapolis Roncalli. It will now be 4th down for East Noble. We saw them go and get the first down. I would assume they'll do the same here.
You hate to put yourself in a situation like that. There's a good look at Wedding. He's a good quarterback, and let me tell you, when you run that option, it's so important that you make that critical read, that first initial read, whether to hand the ball off or keep the ball and then go down the line of scrimmage. But he can do it. He's a smart kid, straight-A student. He's one of the guys that you want to have the ball in a situation like this.
Munden to the right. Castilny is the running back to the left. Munden gets the call, and he'll be stopped. Roncalli has the first big defensive play of the first half. as they stop East Noble on 4th down, and they'll have the ball 1st and 10.
Well, I tell you, it's all put on the line. Defensive linemen down in the trenches. Their job is to reestablish the line of scrimmage and let the linebackers fill. And you'll see number 31, Phil Andrews, come in and make a big hit. What an incredible job. Look at the front lineman. Now watch the linebacker 31 come in. Boom. Gets the hit and drives over. Don't ever let him fall back in the positive area. You got to put him back on his back, and they did.
Matt Cothran had the tackle. There you see Billy Cobb. Big defensive stop there for Roncalli. Now the Rebels have the ball, and Sergi will go to work again. This off the right side, out near the 35-yard line. So Roncalli has the ball, a 7-0 lead. Let's go down to the sidelines, and John Fox is standing by with an Indiana football coaching legend, Jerry Brewer. John?
Thanks a lot, Chris Teneri. And Jerry, I'll tell you, a great award here today. Handed out a plaque for the most victories, coaching victories in Indiana high school football history. You've had a lot of great young men.
Well, thank you, John. Yes, I've been real fortunate. And as I told Bobby, that it's great to be appreciated after you've gotten out and not forgotten. And for that, I've been real happy to receive this award.
Well, Matt Mock, certainly a big name right now. LSU Tiger quarterback, played for you.
He made me a pretty good coach. I noticed a great parallel between your athletic talent and the coaching, but Matt was a fine young man.
Jerry, certainly a pleasure for us to visit with you here on the sidelines. Enjoy your retirement.
Thank you very much. I'll try to get in 18 this weekend.
All righty. That's Jerry Brewer, Chris.
Thank you very much. Jerry Brewer, longtime coach down at Jasper. And again, Matt Mock, the quarterback for the LSU Tigers. They will play in the SEC championship game.
Obviously, that coach has his priorities straight, 18 holes. He knows what he's doing.
He's not going to be playing anywhere around here, I don't think, right now. Sergi will get the toss. Nice play by Castilny. Nate Castilny was right there. 16 tackles for loss coming into this one. And he read it very well and stood up Sergi for the loss.
I like this kid. He moves around. He's natural, has that natural ability to smell, per se, to find the ball. He finds the gap. Now watch this. Sergi kind of runs through. Again, he'll wait and try to find it. But in the meantime, there's a linebacker. That is the way to hit. If anybody wants to watch a good tackle, that's how you do it. You get that shoulder through. You attack them on their side of the line of scrimmage. You make the play.
2nd and long for Roncalli. Schmaltz drops back, throws to the right side. Pass is complete, and it's caught out there by Jason Werner. 10th catch of the year, 6'5", 196-pounder. He's a junior, has 1 touchdown on the year. It's very near a first down. Will be 3rd and short now for Roncalli.
And Werner does a great job at driving. He should have driven a little bit further. I know it's a timing pattern, but you find those first down markers to drive, and so he had to come back for the ball. The ball's on target, but it's short of the first down.
High backfield, Kidwell and Sergi behind Schmaltz. 3rd and short for Roncalli. No question who's getting the ball. It's Sergi. He has the first down inside East Noble territory. And Roncalli has a first down as we tick down the final seconds of the first quarter here at the RCA Dome.
Again, one of the things that makes this offense really click is the offensive line and the running backs do a great job basically in air finding the defensive players and getting position on them and sustaining those positions and letting the running back just find the hole. And they have basically the running back, Sergi, does a great job. Again, we talk about maturity of waiting for that open gap. And all of a sudden, when he sees it, he just accelerates through it.
Final play of the quarter, and Roncalli has a first quarter lead in the 4A state championship game on the Methodist Sports Medicine Center scoreboard. The Rebels 7 and East Noble nothing. You're watching on the LaCie Sports IHSAA television network.
Merry Christmas.
That's
Part by Indiana Members Credit Union, #1 in Indy. By Methodist Sports Medicine.
As we head to the second quarter, both teams have looked pretty good here offensively. East Noble moved the ball, but Roncalli a big stop on 4th down. Turnover of possession, and now the Rebels are right back in East Noble territory as we start the second quarter. They'll have it 1st and 10. New running back in, Chris Durham in the backfield now. Sergi now will come from the wing in a misdirection play for Roncalli, and a wide open run here. Roncalli, it's Nick Marshall. 20, 15, knocked out of bounds. Nick Marshall rushed 53 times for 424 yards on the year, averaging 8 yards per carry, and Marshall there, a big first down for the Rebels.
Well, it almost looks like fresh legs in there offensively, like you said. Getting in there. Watch this, a counter play. Watch the blocks to the front side. You got the guard and tackle, 71 and 50, doing a great job. Those are the critical blocks right there, opening up the gap. And there your running back hits the hole and does his thing, accelerates and gets down the field. And wow, that's the way you hit the line of scrimmage.
And Castilny got there to knock him out of bounds. 1st and 10 for Roncalli. They're in the red zone now at the East Noble 13-yard line. Try to make it a 2-touchdown lead. Sergi, the pitch from Schmaltz inside the 10, knocked down at the 9. Tackle is made by Aaron Reisdorf, a 6'2", 215-pound sophomore for East Noble. And the ball spotted inside the 10, and Roncalli will have the ball, 2nd down.
And let me tell you this, Roncalli's offense is clicking right now, and it's against a really good defense. This defense for East Noble had 39 turnovers, 17 interceptions. So, you know, they got here really making things happen as far as causing turnovers and making things happen. But, you know, right now, Roncalli doing a great job offensively up front.
Marshall in motion. Kidwell in front of Sergi. And first yellow flags of the afternoon here in the 2nd quarter. And we'll get the call. Procedure call against Roncalli. Well, there's a veteran official down there, and Eric Harmon. And a longer 2nd down now, Barry, for the Rebels.
Yeah, let me tell you, this offense, what they do so well is they run the counters and they can get outside, but they execute so well. And like I was saying, those offensive linemen, they're not just blocking air. They actually do a great job of finding that key block and sustaining that and holding that, and then all of a sudden the running back hits the hole.
Marshall again in motion. 2nd and 11 for the Rebels. Sergi has it near the 10-yard line where he stopped. It'll be 3rd down now for Roncalli. Outside the 10, they'll mark the ball at the 11. American Wholesale Furniture wants to wish the Rebels good luck in the state championship game. American Wholesale Furniture and Roncalli High School, 2 great traditions. Go Rebels.
Chris, one of the things they're doing offensively is to the front side, they're actually splitting their splits out a little bit wider, which really widens the gaps in there, which creates a better even opportunities instead of compressing or compacting the defensive lineman. The offensive lineman takes that extra little step and create the bigger gaps.
Well, the Rebels want to think about this one. A big 3rd down. They have a 7-0 second.
Parallel.
(1-800-213-9700).
Big 3rd down for Roncalli, knocking on the door inside the East Noble 20. 7-0. Roncalli. Long drive here has worked well for Roncalli.
That's right, and one of the things that they've been doing very well is they convert on 3rd downs, and that's what you have to do. Keep it going, keep the rhythm, and this offense is just looking just exceptional right now. Everything is working for them. They're mixing it up, the counters, the outside running play. He just picking and choosing whatever place he wants to run and accelerate through.
They are 3 of 3 on 3rd down here in the 1st half. Schmaltz will look to throw. Pressured, gets the pass away. It's incomplete. And great pressure there by Ty Bloomfield. 6 foot, 235-pound senior made it very difficult for Schmaltz to complete that pass.
Great job by the defensive backs for East Noble. Great coverage. Look at that. There's 2 receivers. You can't see them here. They're covered perfectly. Now he's got to go to his 3rd outlet. And he just overthrows that or outthrows him. But great job defensively. Did not fool them with the play action pass. Defensive backs picked up those wide receivers and made the quarterback throw to his 3rd outlet.
Kevin Trulock 6 field goals, including 3 last week in the overtime win over East Central. Will attempt a 28-yard field goal. Matt Taylor will hold, and Trulock's field goal is right through the uprights, his 7th of the year, and the Indianapolis Roncalli Rebels have a 10-0 lead. So Roncalli, they can't punch it in. Good job by East Noble's defense to keep them away from 7 points.
Yeah, it's getting tough down there. These are both proud football teams, and this defense, like I said, has played well this year. I mean, they've done some great things throughout the year, and they get tougher as, you know, obviously the field shrinks. It reduces the area. Then you can play a little bit more man-to-man or zone, whatever you decide to do. And in that case, East Noble does a great job of picking up the play-action pass. The wide receivers are covered, forcing the quarterback to basically throw the ball away. But great job, and that's what you got to do. And that's a win. That's a small little win. Now we're talking about momentum. You know, East Noble has to do something offensively. They got to move the ball, keep this defense off the field.
So Roncalli has a 10-0 lead. Want to take time to thank TGI Fridays here downtown for providing food for our IHSAA LaCie Sports telecast crew. Much appreciated for all of their help during this Thanksgiving weekend. And the Rebels have a 10-0 lead. There you see the East Noble sideline. Team that has not tasted defeat this year. 14-0, a member of the Northeast Hoosier Conference. Over 1,200 students. 5-5 a year ago, lost to Fort Wayne Dwenger in the first game of the sectional. And this year's sectional realignment, they knocked him off last week in the semi-state. Trulock's kick will be taken by Corey Schneider at the 10. 15, 20, 25. Near the 25-yard line. Andrew Hasty is there. Andrew Hasty there to make the stop. Well, East Noble will have the ball, and East Noble is back in the state finals this year, and Coach Chris Depew talks about the atmosphere up in northern Indiana in Kendallville all week long.
People are pretty excited in Kendallville right now. I don't want to say we've had an expectation to be here all season, but I think after our first few games, we knew we were a pretty good football team. I think the community recognized that. And there was a lot of talk early on about repeating, getting back down here. And I think our kids did a good job of not letting that distract them. It's hard to maintain focus when you have a lot of people talking about something that is months away. And, our kids have done a great job of focusing on the small picture and, just keeping that possibility in the backs of their minds. But the community has been fantastic, awesome support in everything we've done. We had so many people at our semi-state football game. I think we broke an attendance record by a couple thousand, and it feels good.
Wedding fakes. He'll roll out of the pocket. The left-hander looked to throw. Now he's across the 40, and he has a first down, knocked out by Ryan Wadsworth. So Wedding has shown he can not only throw but run the football. And you heard Chris Depew. They had 6,500 fans last week for that big win over Fort Wayne Dwenger, and the fans up north in northeastern Indiana excited about this team.
Well, this play that they ran, the naked bootleg, is one of the better plays, and that's what they need to do. It's a play action type of football play. It's second and long. Quarterback fakes inside, holds the linebackers, and then everybody releases basically the tight end and a back out in the backfield. And the quarterback gets to roll, no blockers, and his option is a shorter route or a deeper route or keep the ball. In this case, he kept the ball and gets upfield and gets the first down.
And he gains 15 yards, and now East Noble has it, 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll go deep over the middle, has a receiver there. It's intended for Eric Rhodes, his favorite target. And Jason Werner is there in secondary coverage for Roncalli. Also there is Mike Collins.
3 deep zone. Werner, you could see he was the free safety, basically picked up the wide receiver as he's going straight down the field. And one of the things you want to do as a quarterback is look that safety up. He looks to the right, sees the wide receiver going straight down the middle, but Werner also sees it. Look at the coverage downfield. That's what a free safety's got to do. He's got to be there and break up that play.
Werner also has an advantage as a free safety. He's 6'5", so good size for Werner. 2nd down, pass incomplete. 10 yards to go for East Noble. Munden gets the call. Gain of a couple across the 45 to the 46-yard line, and that will set up now a 3rd and long for East Noble.
Well, you know, one of the things you want to do is loosen up this defense by throwing the ball vertical. You want to get it down the field, and what that does is it makes the defense coordinator now respect the passing game. But unfortunately, there's really not much going on. Again, one of the things that I like an offense to do is just throw for first downs. Just little 5-yard passes. Just work the ball down, mix it up with a run pass. It takes a pressure off the running game, but it also takes pressure off the passing game. Just move the ball down, chunks of about 5 yards, and you get it done.
East Noble 0 of 2 on 3rd down. They'll run the draw, and that's Munden inside Roncalli territory, and he should have enough for the first down. Should have enough for the first down. Over to make the tackle for Roncalli, Matt Cothran, but not before a gain. Let's see, a gain of about 8 or 9.
I like the call. 3rd and 7, draw. All of a sudden, everybody's got their blocks downfield, and you just all of a sudden you see these defensive linemen. They're on a pass rush getting upfield, and they got to come out of their pass rush and try to make that play, but it's too late. Gets down the field, and again, good job of getting a first down.
First 3rd down conversion for East Noble. They have the ball at the Indianapolis Roncalli 46. Split backfield behind Wedding. He keeps the ball on the option, tripped up there. Gain of a couple for Wedding, who is their leading rusher right now. That's his 5th carry of the afternoon. He has gained 30 yards. Conrad Munden has 7 carries for 21 yards. Tim Sergi for Roncalli is the leader this afternoon, 14 rushes for 91 yards. And the Rebels have a 10-0 lead. Second and 8 at the 44. Rhodes in motion here to the near side. Wedding will look to throw, and he's sacked. That's Pat Kuntz, 6'4", 231-pound junior. His 23rd tackle for a loss this year.
Great job of coming backside. Now watch, you're going to see this. This is one of those play action passes. You got to get rid of the ball quick. See, he fakes inside. Now he's looking, and great job of coming upfield. His job, Kuntz's job, is to get upfield, contain that play, but in this case, nobody really picked him up. He beat the offensive tackle, got upfield, and made the play behind the line of scrimmage. That is Chris basically going from a good play to a great play when you make a play like that.
Ball is back in East Noble territory at their own 49, 3rd and 15. Loss of 7 on the sack of quarterback Jeff Wedding. He drops back. Southpaw will roll out of the pocket. He'll look long. That ball's up for grabs, and it will be nearly intercepted. It is knocked out of there by Mike Collins. Also over there was Matt Heskett. That ball hung up a long time before it came down and hit the turf.
I think the problem with that defense is they had too many players over there. They didn't know who was going to call it because this ball is thrown. It really doesn't have much on it. He kind of floats it up there, and I just hate seeing him just throwing it up for a jump ball. And look at the Roncalli players. There's 2. Now watch number 3 come flying across. Number 20, the safety, comes across and almost makes the play. But, you know, I'll tell you this. You can't lay the ball up there. Mike Collins, number 20, almost had that pick.
Brian Beckman is on to punt for East Noble. And the ball will hit at the 10. And it will be inside the 10 and spotted at the 8-yard line. Over to make that play, Joel Marshall for East Noble. So Roncalli will have the ball inside their own 10. 1st and 10 with 5:42 to play in the second quarter. Bloomington Ford is located across the street from Bloomington South High School. Go with a winner. Go to Bloomington Ford. And LaCie Sports would like to thank the Courtyard by Marriott in Castleton for providing rooms for the crew this Thanksgiving weekend. Courtyard by Marriott, conveniently located just off I-465 at Allisonville Road. Whether you're traveling or have guests in town, remember the Courtyard by Marriott. Call 317-576-9559. Third possession of the first half for Roncalli. And Sergi gets the toss, goes to the right side, and he'll be knocked down there. Nice play made by Alex Schenher coming up from a corner position.
Chris, one of the goals for East Noble is field position, and that was a great job of punting the ball inside the 10-yard line. That also reduces the play calling ability from an offensive standpoint, but East Noble has to make plays. There's a penalty on the field, and we're going to hear.
Offense. Captain.
Well, you heard that, a holding call against Roncalli. That will pin them even deeper. And this is a critical time, Barry, for East Noble. They have moved the football at times. They've been stymied a couple of times, I thought, defensively, holding Roncalli to the field goal. They need to get this offense off the field.
That's right. Get this offense off the field. Get them to punt the ball. Get some good field position. And then offensively, get it in the end zone. They've got to put some points on the board, and this is a great opportunity for them.
East Noble will decline the penalty. Don't forget to join us tonight at 7 o'clock tonight, the 5A state championship game. There you see it. Should be a great matchup. The Warren Central Warriors and the Penn Kingsmen. 2nd and 10. East Noble declined the penalty. Sergi gets the toss left. Tries to cut back up the middle and wrapped up there by about 7 or 8 East Noble Knights. And after the first drive, Barry, East Noble's done a pretty good job on Sergi.
Yeah, they're taking like a corner. Shenner, number 7. It seems like he just is basically almost playing center field. And his job is to come up and contain. Watch, he was to the left side. He made the play. And now he's on the right side. Watch number 7, Shenner. See, his job is to contain. Make sure everything turns back inside. Good job to the front side. Now everybody to the back side got to come across their blockers and finish up. And that's what you're seeing right now.
3rd down and 8 for Roncalli. Sergi gets the pitch again. Has some running room. Out near the first down marker, but will be a couple of yards short. And the tackle made by Jeff Wedding, who plays both ways for East Noble. The quarterback playing at a free safety position, and a big defensive stop there for East Noble.
Another great job by this defense, but you got to be very careful with Sergi of overrunning him. A lot of guys will try to beeline over there and try to make the big hit on him. He'll just stop in his tracks, cut back, and that's what he did, but just didn't get enough upfield. But like we were talking about, this is a big break. This is an opportunity for East Noble to get the ball back and create some momentum for them.
4th down, and the punter is Zach Kidwell. Line drive will go over the head of the East Noble punt return men, and it will go out of bounds. Eric Rhodes watched it go out of bounds, and Kidwell with a big punt. East Noble will have the football. Roncalli has a second quarter 10-0 lead on the LaCie Sports IHSAA television network.
BTV 40. We're the one for.
Has a 10-0 second quarter lead, and they get a big 59-yard punt from junior Zach Kidwell that has pinned East Noble all the way back to the 24-yard line. So Barry, East Noble worked very hard on the last series defensively, and they're unable to take advantage of a field position game.
Yeah, and it all comes down to the punt return man. Don't let the ball hit the ground. Go ahead and field that ball. Get it upfield. Don't let it hit the ground, because like we saw on that punt, it all of a sudden rolled down the field, and it was a big, big play, and it got Roncalli out of the trouble.
Wedding keeps the ball, and Wedding is across the 30. Very near a first down for East Noble. Wedding is their leading rusher. Gain of about 8 there. Ball is at the 33-yard line. See Wedding over there talking to his coach.
Again, one of the things that you're trying to do is move the ball upfield. The quarterback is a guy that can take it upfield. You'll see that option a lot. And your quarterback, the unfortunate part, it takes most of the hits if he decides to take the ball upfield. Much rather hand the ball off on the dive.
Wedding keeps it again. This time goes to the other side, and he's wrapped up there. And the play is made by Billy Cobb. 6'4", 216-pound junior read it very well. Outside linebacker made the tackle, and now a 3rd down for East Noble.
Yeah, I like Cobb. There's some juniors over there on that defensive team, and they do a great job. Look at that. He just shoots the gap. He just sees it, and that's what you got to do, and that's not coachable. That is just something instilled in him. When you see the hole, see that gap, go ahead and take it and, you know, make the play, and that's what he did.
3rd down and 4. Wedding will keep the ball near the 35. Should be enough for a first down. So Wedding a gain of about 5 and a first down for East Noble. They keep the drive alive on a big third down. Approaching 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. And it's 10-0 Indianapolis Roncalli with a second quarter lead here in the 4A state championship game. Slot to the left side or to the near side. Split backfield now behind Wedding. He'll drop back, roll to the near side. Pass is through the hands of Rhodes. Eric Rhodes got behind Jason Warner. Would have been in Roncalli territory, and now 2nd and 10.
Great job. Roncalli was waiting for it, but the free safety actually didn't attack, had a good angle on that ball because the ball was actually thrown over him. He should have caught the ball, and it was a great call. Defensively, Roncalli was defensing it pretty well, but the defensive back just took a poor angle to it, and fortunately for them, he misses and drops the ball.
Castilny in motion to the right. Quick pass out to the right side, and it is complete to Rhodes. At the 45-yard line, Jason Werner makes the tackle. That should be enough for a first down. A gain of just over 10. Let's call it 11. They may have to measure. Let's see.
I like it. We saw this play earlier. 2 wide receivers, and you got the back out of the backfield. Swings out there. Great blocks downfield. You got your wide receivers holding those corners, and then you let that running back just kind of take it up the field. So good job, good execution, good mix-up, and that's what you're going to have to do offensively. Mix it up against this Roncalli team. Just seems like everything has to it's so much like the team offensively has to struggle for every down, and Roncalli's just tough. They're not going to give up any big plays, so you got to work the ball down the field.
Gain of 10 on the pass. Wedding. He is now 3 of 8 for 39 yards. And that is Rhodes' second catch of the afternoon. 2 catches now for 32 yards. 1st and 10 for East Noble at the 46-yard line. Wedding, a straight drop under pressure, middle screen, and right there reading it is Rob Gummerson. Gummerson stayed home. 5'9", 211, and a senior. He was right there. That middle screen read it well.
There was no question about that. I mean, when you're on that pass rush and you can smell screen from a defensive standpoint, he actually gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He gets double teamed, and he's just kind of hanging around. He's just kind of waiting for that ball to be thrown. He was sitting there licking his chops, and he comes up big.
Conrad Munden caught it. He lost a yard. Ball near the 45 now, 2nd and 11. Inside 1 minute to play in the second quarter. East Noble trying to get on the board here before the half ends. Wedding rolls out. Ball is complete. Nice catch there over on the sideline here on the near sideline by Kyle Wirt. 6 foot, 180-pound senior makes the catch. And that's in Roncalli territory and a first down for the Knights.
And I like the route on that play. They had one wide receiver run down the middle of the field, basically taking the free safety out of the play. Then it becomes one-on-one with the corner, and he runs that out route, and he does a great job of catching the ball, making sure that his feet are in bounds. Now watch this. You can't see the wide receivers, but he fires this thing. He's the southpaw, fires it right along the sidelines. Wide receiver does a great job having presence of mind of keeping his feet in bounds. Come down with the catch.
13-yard gain. 1st and 10 inside Roncalli territory. Wedding again. Looks over the middle. Wide open. Rhodes has the ball. He's got some running room along the near sideline. He's pushed out of bounds by Jason Werner. Eric Rhodes with his 3rd catch of the afternoon. They'll spot the ball at the Indianapolis Roncalli 18-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, Rhodes was there earlier, and you could see that basically Wedding pumps the ball and kind of lets him move across behind the linebackers. But you'll see this if we see it again. I mean, he had him initially with the timing pattern, and then he hesitated, pumped, and just waited, and he went ahead and cleared a little bit more, and then threw the ball, led him, and then took it upfield.
24-yard pass play. Wedding to Eric Rhodes. East Noble in the red zone now with 36 seconds to play, and they'll give the handoff to Munden on the draw. He's going to lose a yard to the 19-yard line. Quickly a timeout by the Knights with 30 seconds to play. Now they'll have 2nd and 11 at the Roncalli 19.
Good defensive call. They brought the blitz. They basically got the linebackers. Cobb came flying through the hole, and they were looking for that draw play. It was a good call defensively. Offensively, a lot of times those things will break, but good defensive call.
Methodist Sports Medicine Center, in partnership with Clarion Health, is the official sports medicine provider to IHSAA state championship events, providing sports medicine coverage for more than 25 central Indiana high schools. Methodist Sports Medicine Center is also the official sports medicine provider for the Colts and is on the sidelines with 10 colleges, including Butler, Indiana, Indiana State, University of Indianapolis, and Purdue. Methodist Sports Medicine Center, sports, work, life, we keep you in the game. And Service Pipe and Supply wants to give you the best service possible, and that is proven by our name. We are a Ridge Tool, Porter Cable, Aquamatic, and pipe valve and fitting distributors. Service Pipe and Supply, 302 South New Jersey, downtown Indianapolis. For commercial and retail, call 639-9308.
You know, Chris, we were talking about this Roncalli defense really not giving up any type of big play, and against Rhodes, obviously that's one of the things that you got to do to kind of loosen up this defense, because they've been playing pretty tight up front. One of the things that you do is you mix it up with a play action pass.
2nd and 11. Wedding will look, fires over the middle, pass a little bit low. Adam Kurtz could not get it at the 10-yard line. Pass is incomplete, and now East Noble has it. 3rd down and 11 at the Indianapolis Roncalli 19.
That's right, 2nd down, a little two-step drop. He looks to the wide receiver to the right side toward the flat. Pump fakes that, looks for the in route, kind of throws it behind him. He's got to be more accurate. I mean, more determined when he sets up. Mostly a two-step drop. Go ahead and go off of your natural abilities and the timing of the route and fire it in there. And it's all about trust. It's trusting in your arm, trusting in the ability the receiver will come up with the catch.
East Noble 2 of 5 on 3rd down here this afternoon. Wedding will drop. He looks to run, has some running room up the middle, but met there at the 15-yard line. Billy Cobb was there. Billy Perry was there. And now on 4th down, East Noble will have a decision to make, but they have not attempted a field goal all year.
Wow, let me tell you this. The reason why he's holding his head is because of Billy Cobb. Watch number 53 come in here. Quarterback looks downfield, and then he decides to take it up the field. See how basically the pocket opens up. Watch 53 come through. Boom. It's a helmet-to-helmet kind of hit, and whew, I'm telling you, Cobb is playing a great game. He's in on every play, and let me tell you, a quarterback, I guarantee he's thinking about, I don't think I'm going to be running a draw anymore this game, because their linebackers will hurt you.
Again, we want to thank TGI Fridays downtown for providing the meals for our telecast crew all weekend long. Again, this is the 4th of 5 state championship games. There were 2 played last night, 1 already played today. Indianapolis Cardinal Ritter was the winner of the A State Finals. Tri-West Hendricks won the Class 2A. 3A State Championship earlier today. Chittard beat Northwood 49-0. And now John Bowen will attempt a field goal. And they'll spot the ball at the 22, so this would be a 32-yard field goal. In the dome here, spot is down, kick is up, and the kick is no good. It's wide to the left. So with 13 seconds to play in the half, Roncalli, I'm sure Barry will take the knee and head to the locker room with a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, they basically dodged the bullet on that one, because they had a good drive. East Noble did a good job of getting down there, but they got to get some points, you know, and mostly before halftime. That's one of the things. You don't want to go in with a goose egg. They get a great position, good snap. Everything looks like it's on line. Ball's placed perfectly, and he just hooks it to the left.
Should be the final play here of the 2nd quarter. Schmaltz will take the snap, and he'll just simply back on his right knee, take a drop. And the Roncalli Rebels trying to make it a repeat and become the first team since Cathedral to win back-to-back 4A titles. They have a 10-0 halftime lead on the LaCie Sports IHSA television network, and we're going to head down to the sideline. John Fox is standing by on the sideline with head coach Bruce Cypress of Roncalli. John?
Thanks a lot, Chris. And Bruce, I'll tell you, that first half, you guys got out, and a good sustained drive from Tim Sergi. Matter of fact, he carried the ball all 69 yards, capped it off with a touchdown.
We started out doing what we do best, and that's running power football, and we were fortunate to get some points on the board.
When you look at Wedding on the other side, the quarterback for East Noble, he's a kid that's a very versatile athlete. He likes to get outside. He can run that naked bootleg, and they showed that a couple times.
They sure have. He's a great football player. He's also got a great arm, and he's a real threat through the air and by running the football, too. So got to play great defense to hold him down.